Go into your left once more. We're gonna be close today if that's okay with you
Yeah,
guys.
that's good. That's good.
Close
No
to
worries.
you.
No worries.
Yo, yeah, oh, you on that too? Let me make sure you on there. Hold on. Okay, where you at, attorney? Okay, there you go. There we go. Do you guys do not do social media, is that right?
No.
Okay.
Well, no, he does.
Yeah.
Okay. If you ever need any help while you on the show,
I need
I'd
help.
love to
I
put you
definitely
guys
need
on.
help.
I teach you right now.
Okay.
All right?
You're going to have to help us in
No, for sure. Let's put this closer here to you. All right, I'm ready. You ready? We're back. This is your girl Amanda Sapp, the Amanda Sapp Show on the new amazing 102.5 FM, your do good through good station. I'm gonna make a commercial for our station. Just like that. I have some guests that are in here in studio with me that I think you all will anticipate hearing today. So if you could, like I said before, guys, turn your volumes up. I need you to raise it all the way to the top, to the 100, whatever you got. I need you to go all the way up with it. Today I have attorney Lanease Fuller and Isaiah Allen Jr. in the building. This is a serious subject, but I'm still going to ask you to pum yourself in if you don't mind. Attorney Lanease Fuller. Pew.
Hi, my name is Lanease Fuller. Thank you so much, Amanda. Thank you for having us. I appreciate it.
Okay, you still got to pum yourself in. If you could just do one pum, we'll be fine with that.
Pew,
There you
pew,
go. Bow.
pew,
All
pew.
right. There you go. And I have Isaiah Allen Jr. in the building. Pew. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. All right, now I know you guys are excited about being on the Amanda Sapp Show. Now, we are here today because you guys have a serious subject matter that you're currently in the middle of, in the midst of.
Yes.
And you're here today to talk about that and let people know what's going on with this case. So I'll just start with you, Attorney Lanease Fuller. First, tell us who you are.
Well, I've been practicing in the Houston area for over 25 years, and I handle criminal and personal injury cases, but the case that we're here about today is of such a magnitude that it has caused a lot of mental distress and mental concern on my client, Isaiah Allen. He was assaulted. He was assaulted by a Houston socialite, one of the socialites that fraternizes with some of the powers that be, as they call it, like the Wyatts and the Cranes, the people that own a lot of the assets here in the Houston area. But his rights were infringed upon, and we want to talk about that. We want the community to know that we do not stand for social injustice, because we do feel that it was an injustice that occurred. And a nickname has been given this particular matter.
Before you give the nickname,
okay.
I want Isaiah Allen Jr. to tell us how he was assaulted. For people who do not know these names, you all's names,
Right.
I need you to explain who you are. Who is Isaiah Allen Jr.
Okay.
and how were you assaulted?
Well, in terms of this case, my name's Isaiah Allen, and basically we had our family kind of in a public area in Houston, and we were towards the end of the session. We had maybe about 25
What
minutes
session?
to go. Right. So the reason why we were taking photographs is my daughter, she just turned 1 on March 2nd.
Congratulations.
Thank you. This particular incident happened on February 16th. It was that Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So we thought it was a good time. To, go out, get some professional photography done. That was going to be our gift to her, as well as us, the memories that would be created doing this.
Okay, so you went to go take pictures for your daughter's birthday.
Right.
What happened?
So everything was good. People were coming by. They were saying, "Oh, cute baby. How old is she?" She was in a particularly good mood. We were giving her Cheerios, that sort of thing. And then all of a sudden, this, crazy lady we never knew, we never met her before. She comes out, drives her car up, so she's not even using the public space,
Mhm.
but she comes in and she infringes upon our space, yelling, telling us to get off her property.
Were y'all in front of her house?
No, we weren't in front of
I'm
her house at all.
No.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all was taking baby pictures.
Taking baby
Your
pictures.
daughter's birthday
Daughter
just
birth-
passed March 1st. And then a lady, a Caucasian lady, because
Mhm.
I saw a video.
She
We'll talk
happened
about
to be
that later.
Caucasian.
She just so happened to be.
She
Right.
happened to be Caucasian.
Pulled up on side of the
Pulled up.
curb,
Mhm.
got out of her car,
Mhm.
came walking up to y'all and
Mhm.
said what?
Get off. What was the first thing she said? She said, she said you're trampling the grass that we pay for.
What?
Yeah.
Shouting
we like-
violent, offensive obscenities to them,
Mhm.
basically.
Were y'all on the grass?
We were actually at that point on the brick walkway, so we were kind of confused as to why she would say we're trampling the grass. And then when she's trying to move the props that Anya was on, she's moving.
Anya is your daughter.
Yes,
Okay.
Anya's our daughter.
Mhm.
She's moving those props onto the grass
So,
where she said we were trampling. So we were kind of confused as to what she was talking about. The only thing we were doing on the grass, I was just standing on the grass. We were standing on the grass, so I don't know if that constitutes trampling the
we
grass.
gotta look that word up before we go to break.
Yeah.
So my question is, y'all never met this lady before.
Never
Don't
met.
know this woman from a pot of beans. She saw y'all taking pictures.
On a public sidewalk.
Public sidewalk.
Public
Did you guys
sidewalk.
live in this area? You just
No, it's well known in the
Yeah, just-
photography world.
This
We
was
weren't.
like a good spot to take pictures in a public
Yeah,
place.
we
It's
weren't
a
the
very
only
nice
people
area.
taking photos there either. So
There were several groups of people that were taking photos.
But why? So why did she
But
target
so
them?
she singled them out single-handedly. That's the question. Why? He was with his wife and his baby, in a family setting. So I'm not sure if it's because they're African Americans.
Who's
Well,
African American? Not you.
well, no, it's good. We can get into that too. I'm actually biracial.
Oh, are you?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I've
You
always
mean down the line or like your
No.
mom and dad?
no, like my biological father is African American,
Okay.
and my biological mother is white.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But that's a long story. But I've always identified as African American.
Well, they say whatever your daddy is, that's what you are. That's what I heard. But anyway,
Yeah.
so your wife is African American.
Yes,
They
and
got
she's-
people in the park,
Mhm,
other
mhm,
folk.
Definitely.
But she saw y'all and said,
For
Yeah.
some reason, not you. You have no right
Right.
to be on this public sidewalk.
Okay, when we come back, we want to know what happened after she said y'all trampling on the yard. This is your girl Amanda Sapp from the Amanda Sapp Show on the new amazing 102.5 FM. If you are listening to this story, I need y'all to call in because some of you have already seen the videos and it has gone viral. Call in at 832-685-1025, 832-685-1025. If you want to know what happened, just like I want to know, then call in with your questions. This is your girl Amanda Sapp on the Amanda Sapp Show on the new amazing 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
So you get into her hitting you, actually assaulting you, and really, she just comes up and starts smacking it. And so we're in the process of having criminal
Don't
charges.
tell it.
filed.
Wait, hold on, because this is crazy.
This is really
Because he was sending me information.
Mhm.
Because I somewhat heard of it, but I wasn't familiar.
Yeah.
But I had not seen the video.
Mhm.
So he sent me the video. I said, I can't believe this.
No one can. No, because it doesn't make sense. It's crazy.
That is
It
crazy.
You
doesn't
heard
make
about
sense.
this? Crazy.
Yeah, everybody has heard about it, and it's been on national news. And then what they're waiting on is for us to file a lawsuit. So we do have the lawsuit prepared. And
This
we're
is
filing-
was it like a public park or walkway or something like
It's
that?
an esplanade.
That's-
No,
oh.
it's just an esplanade. It's public.
Yeah, it's
The
public.
city of Houston owns it. The street doesn't own it. The homeowners association doesn't own it. She doesn't own it. I think they purchased some bricks to put along the sideway to
Oh,
beautify
I see what
the
you're saying.
area.
Come this way, though.
Okay, but yeah, that's
Let me
it.
get my camera, girl.
Mhm.
Talk about this.
Mhm.
We don't have to go along with it.
Okay, yes, it's too late.
I don't want to fade out, but
Okay. So,
I
But
also
talk
have
about the assault.
Okay.
Definitely.
I have a
and you have two callers too. You still have two callers.
Oh,
So do they?
gotta
How
have
does
the
that
number.
work? Do they ask questions? The callers. Okay.
We
And we
can-
can hear them.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
we'll go into what happened, like as far as the assault part, and then we'll ask questions.
Oh, okay.
'Cause that way it'll connect.
Mhm.
So, how much time we have on this song?
Less than 2 minutes.
1 minute 50.
Yeah, that's crazy.
know you from somewhere.
Yeah,
Everyone
your face
does.
does look familiar.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Everyone knows him, huh?
I ain't gonna say everyone knows him.
Mm.
Legendary.
I ain't gonna say everyone.
Mhm.
They do know him. They come in here and bow
I
down.
know you from somewhere.
Come here and bow down for what?
What's up, girl? They do that.
Mhm.
Crazy C, that's what they call him.
Yeah, that's the call.
He was
Trying to see.
DJ Revelation too. He was Yolanda Adams'
Yeah.
producer.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
That might not be how you
Maybe,
know.
I don't know. But I definitely know your
Ain't nobody
Never
else look
forget
like
a
him,
face.
'cause I tried to
You
see.
know you from the village.
Maybe.
It's the hat
When's the
though.
village?
When maybe, but I visit. That's not my church yet.
1 minute.
Yeah, I've been around. I'm pretty sure. There's no- your face looks
I see
familiar.
the gray. I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you've been around.
Yeah.
Just hide mine. I got it too.
Mm.
You see what I did, so.
Are you
All right.
okay, Isaiah?
Yeah, I'm
Good?
good. I'm good.
You good now?
Yeah, I'm
Come
good.
on, we got this.
I'm good.
It's
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
It ain't hard to tell the truth.
Well, I mean, that's it. It is. It is what it is. Yeah.
I'm moving the mic closer to you so we can hear you better because like you're in the background.
Oh, okay.
Or hear you directly to the mic. 30 seconds.
I like that song.
15 seconds.
You can put your headset on too if you like. We're back. This is your girl Amanda Sapp from the Amanda Sapp Show on the new amazing 102.5 FM, your do good through good station. I think we're doing some good today because we're expressing a case that actually just recently happened. It has gone viral. People are talking about it. Attorneys are involved.
Yes.
And currently I have attorney Lanease Fuller and the victim, I would say victim, Isaiah Allen Jr. in the building. So Isaiah, before we went to break, you were saying what happened. The lady got out of her car while you were taking baby pictures of your daughter whose birthday had just passed or was happening. And the lady got out of her car, came rushing up to you guys saying, you're trampling on our grass, that our property or our things that we pay for, what have you. Then what happened?
So basically, there was 2 occasions where she is approaching me. The first one was she just slapped my hand, and oops, I actually.
That's how hard she did
Yeah,
it.
that's how hard she did it. She was saying things like she was calling my wife crazy, even though she was the one out of her car, no shoes on. So I replied like, "No, you're crazy," and then she just looks at me with like this
Fire in her
yeah,
eyes.
yeah, exactly. Grimacing teeth. She swipes me.
Her hand actually touched
yes,
your body.
Yes, yes.
Several times.
So then at that point she walks away to get her dog or whatever. And then the second time she's approaching me again with her dog in her hand, and she's swiping.
Yeah. Swinging at y'all.
Swinging at me about I think attempted 4, either 3 or 4, and she hits me 2 of those times. Because I'm backing up
Yeah,
as
right.
she's approaching me.
Bracing yourself.
Yeah, and I'm telling her, hey,
don't do
you're
that.
invading my
My
personal
space.
space. Yeah, but I think that actually enraged her for some reason, and she just starts swinging. So yeah, it was
Scary.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I mean, and then at this time, my wife, she's watching, my daughter, she's watching. Everybody's watching.
And her reasons for doing this is because she said that you all were trampling. Right? What was her word?
She said we were trampling her grass, and then
And it's not her grass. She
It's
doesn't
not her
live
gra-
there.
right.
You're not in front of her property. This
And
is a
not at
public
all.
place.
And then
Not at all.
she's talking to the photographer at one point. She's telling the photographer, who happens to be Caucasian as well, she's basically blaming her, saying things like, "Look what you've done. You brought these people."
Ooh,
yeah.
These
These
people.
people.
Who is that?
Quote
Who
unquote.
are these people?
These
Look, honey, we got people on the line that probably is just as interested as I am. Caller, are you there? Caller, are you there? caller. Are you there?
Go to the next one.
Yes, I am here.
How you doing, sir? Introduce yourself, and thank you for calling the Amanda Sapp Show.
My name is Derek Warren, and I am calling in reference to the incident that occurred. And I have one question.
What's your question,
Why
Derek?
is there such a huge disparity in the justice system when it comes to crimes or victims of not of the suburban people, but more from the African American community? There seems to be a large disparity in how they're handled as victims.
Mr. Warren, thank you
Yes.
so much for calling, but that's an excellent, excellent observation because that's absolutely true. And that's one of the things that we're here for because we do feel that there is a social injustice that is being done not only in Houston but across the country. The country right now is going through a lot of division, and right now what occurred with my client, the person that assaulted him was of a very certain social economic status, a high economic status, and she happens to be Caucasian. My client does not have those means, and we're in the process of having charges pressed against her, and we are having some. We're going through that right now because we don't know if they're going to accept charges because of her social status. So those are the type things that we want to bring before the forefront right now.
Well, we all know that, had this role been reversed,
Right.
there would be a public outrage if there was a African American male that
Absolutely.
touched a suburban person. It would be an outrage. So that's what kind of got under my skin about this whole situation.
Absolutely.
Is that we know that had this role been changed, the value of his life would have been different.
That's
for her
absolutely
life.
right. That's absolutely right. And we hope that the Harris County District Attorney's Office will accept those charges based on justice, and because under the principles that our current district attorney ran under, justice for all, not only those that are of a certain socioeconomic status. So you're absolutely right. The roles would have been reversed, and my client would be and would have a warrant out for his arrest at the present time. So that's what we're hoping that they'll do with this socialite, the sidewalk socialite, as we call it.
Okay. Derek Warren,
Well,
thank you.
yes.
Go ahead.
I would just like to say Houston has always been at the cusp of, revolutionary change. Why can't Houston be an example for across the nation with what's going on? I think these elected officials should really have a roundtable discussion and let Houston be the starting point, because you see what's going on across the nation. Wouldn't it be great for Houston to be the start of that change?
That's an excellent idea. That's definitely an excellent idea. And I'm hoping that by us having public forums where we're getting the knowledge and information out into the community, that we can start from now. Start now.
That
Derek
would be
Warren,
great.
thank you so much for calling into the Amanda Sapp Show. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I got a question.
Take it off.
Let's let Derek hang up. Here's my question. You mentioned just a second ago that that socialite Sally or
The
socialite sidewalk,
socialite.
the sidewalk socialite, right? That she's of a certain social status or a certain social economic status, right? And that Isaiah is not. Do you think that they may think that you all are potentially pressing charges because of a financial gain, as opposed to it? Because she apologized, I understand, right?
And and that's the thing. She apologized to the city of Houston, to her family, to her friends,
made a
to
public
everyone
apology.
except the victim.
Oh.
Oh yeah. So perhaps
She never came to y'all and
No,
said, "Hey,
no, not at all.
I didn't
Not at
mean it."
all. And when it initially happened, we didn't know who she was, but we immediately went to the police station. So before we
Because y'all
even
took
knew,
pictures of her.
yeah, yeah, because we went, she hit us. Well, that's when we decided, okay, we need to make sure we get some sort of identification on this lady, because you just can't be walking in Houston and just doing your own thing, and then some just some crazy person comes up and violates.
It's
your
not about
rights.
the money. She
No,
violated
no,
your
no.
rights.
Yeah. So that's why
Absolutely.
that's why we
Absolutely.
went to the police station. Actually we went to 3 different police stations. The first 2 were closed, so we ended up going to another one to file the incident report and everything. And then we didn't know who she was until I guess my wife, she waited a couple of days. She posted the video on Facebook. And then I think it got picked up by certain news outlets, and then they
Right.
came to us.
Right.
We gave them, the video, and then, I guess they have some sort of
Yeah.
technology where they can find out who's who. And
So
that's
just
what
to
we
be
found
clear, just to be transparent, you guys had no idea who this lady
We had
was
no idea who
before you decided we're going to press charges, or
No, they
I'm sorry,
didn't. That- it
before you
wasn't-
decided to go and file a claim or file a report, right?
Right.
So it wasn't about the money. It wasn't, hey, she hit me, I'm finna sue her.
Right.
It was, she did something to me, and we need to take.
And there's been an impact on their lives.
There's been an
It has emotionally affected them. And
How have you been emotionally affected, Isaiah?
Well, I know as far as my family's concerned, sleepless nights. My wife, we actually ended up having to go to the hospital one night because she couldn't control, her digestive system.
I got some anxiety going on.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, a lot of anxiety. She's gritting her teeth. And what if when something affects the mom? Of course it's going to affect me because I'm helpless at this point. Our daughter, she's a little bit more on edge now. Loud noises, startle her. There was one incident where we were laughing, like she likes to laugh. A couple of nights ago, we were all laughing really, hard, and normally she would laugh, but she's running to us crying. She's scared of our dog now.
because she tried to shove her dog onto the minor baby, to the baby.
Like sick 'em.
Yeah. Can you believe that?
Crazy.
And
No,
not-
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. I
Yeah.
did see the video. I watched it, and when I saw it, I couldn't. I wanted to try to understand what made sidewalk socialite. Is that what they
Yes.
call her? I wanted to understand what made her feel like she had the right to get out of her car and
With no shoes on.
no
And
shoes
trample on their rights. I mean, their civil liberties. They're
on.
human.
Her not
They're
having
human
shoes on
beings.
made me think even more. This is something that is
Somebody's
in her.
bipolar or something.
Well, this is
Maybe
this
she's
is-
on medication. I don't know. Maybe she's taking prescription.
Is she?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know.
We need to
I
find
don't know.
out.
But she's just going crazy,
Yeah.
outrageous verbal assaults against my client, and it has emotionally damaged his
Some,
family
that
along
it
with
has
his
to be
baby.
triggered like that. Maybe her seeing your wife who is African American.
Yes.
And maybe that, and maybe you looking
Mhm,
Caucasian.
mhm.
Maybe
Right,
that
right.
was a trigger for her.
I don't know. What upset me the most was just her total disregard for our daughter.
Your child.
Yeah, she
Who
came.
had
She
nothing
just
to do with
she
this.
stormed through, and not once did she acknowledge her presence at all.
And
Yeah.
the baby
You know-
is just screaming.
I heard it. I
profusely.
saw the
Oh,
video.
it's bad. It's pretty bad.
I wonder if there's a way we can. Is there curse? No one's cursing on there. I wonder if there's a way we can play that video today, possibly. We're gonna go to a break, and when we come back, we're gonna try to play the video
Okay.
from that incident. And when did this happen again?
It was on February 16th
February of this year.
of this
Of this
year,
year.
February
2019.
16th, guys. This is your girl Amanda Sapp from the Amanda Sapp Show on the new amazing 102.5 FM, your do good through good station. If you have not seen the viral video for Sidewalk Socialite, am I saying it right? I think I said it. Hashtag Sidewalk Socialite. We're going to play it here on air in just a minute. We'll be right back.
Let's see if I
We're
can
just
find
not
it.
Oh, okay.
We're trying to make it go viral.
Well, I got to say it right first.
This is fine.
Is it? Are you?
I've
I'm
heard-
about to come back and visit you.
Come on, baby. Everybody won't come back. Okay.
What's your name?
That's crazy.
What's your
See.
name?
Tell him what it is so he can find
What?
it.
What is the name of it? Is it on
On
YouTube?
YouTube.
It might be Sidewalk Sally. I've heard.
That's what I was saying.
I've heard
people say
Sidewalk
that.
Sally too.
But
I'm gonna go with
also,
Sidewalk
Okay. And McCarty is your last name?
they
Y'all did tell me?
they know her by
Okay.
the name as well.
And you're calling, you have a question for the interviewer? Okay. what's your wife's name?
Kelly.
Kayla.
Hey, Darrell.
Kelly
Hey, Dr.
Allen.
David.
Okay, this is another. So she said this young lady said she was told to call in for.
This the one right here.
Yeah,
Yep, that's the
Yeah.
one. That's the one. Hey, Roxy Kane, how are you? Hey, good evening, Mom. Okay, guys, if you guys...
Oh, okay. So you're supposed to be talking about event on March the 30th. Is that you? That's you?
Tell her call me at 5:45.
She said, Mary said she should call at 5:45. Oh, thank you very much.
Hey, Darrell, how you doing? So, guys, if you all are tuned in, please make your comments below, and I can read them out loud on air. All right?
You got to give me about 3 minutes so I can kind of edit it.
Okay. So you learn another song or something? A couple of drops or something? I'm still not very sure.
You know, maybe one another song. Let's see.
Okay.
So, you've been an attorney for 25 years?
Mm-hmm.
You've been an attorney for 25 years?
Over 25
That's a
years.
long time.
What part of Houston?
That's a long time.
What part of Houston you in?
What part?
Mm-hmm.
What
I'm
part
in
of Houston?
Pearland now.
Carolina? Okay.
But it's been Third Ward though.
Third Ward?
Mhm.
Okay. That's where I grew up at.
So is that your web page?
It's my basic page.
Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know, to help me.
Yeah, y'all need to start using y'all social media. Do you know any other 19 judges? You know they got a lawsuit.
Mhm.
Oh, you can't get me.
What you say?
The 19 judges,
Oh yeah, they are all my friends.
are they?
Yes.
I interviewed 6 of them
Oh, did
when they
you?
first started campaigning.
Mhm.
They came on, actually, all my stations except this one. They just haven't been here yet. Because I've been on 3, this is the 3rd one. And so anyway, they online, they got their phones on everything.
Oh yeah,
they do.
it's different. It's a
Mhm.
whole
It's
different
totally
You gotta
serving
catch up and get left
Mhm.
behind.
I hope one of these cases fall in one of their courts.
Lanease says she ain't got time for phones. She got big cases to
That's
just take
right.
care of.
That's what I told Mr. Jefferson. That's why I hadn't been here sooner.
Oh, you the one posting that. Oh, told on yourself. Yeah, I was mad too. I say, huh?
Okay.
Because I'm rushing made flyers and everything.
Oh, he told me.
Sure
I'm sorry
did.
about that.
Thank you for the love, guys. Appreciate it.
Oh, that is good.
Where your phone at, girl? You can do something. That's how you gonna get your Hey, Mac Bishop. You don't do this. Is what this for?
Oh.
The whole
See,
thing.
I don't know.
We got time because he's still trying to.
Yeah, 3 minutes. Yeah, a little over 3 minutes.
You don't have one? You
What,
need
a
one?
stand?
You need a stand? It's behind you. I'm just saying, y'all probably have more of a following doing
No,
that.
I have other stuff for like a startup. I don't really have anything.
It don't matter.
personally. But I can. I'm gonna just record it. If that's can I record it?
There you go.
How does somebody
You recording or you going live? You need to go live.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
It's a big deal.
Okay.
You probably already have followers because you're an
All right, I'm gonna go
attorney.
live too. If
It's
everybody
big.
going live,
Big
I'm gonna
deal.
go.
Yeah.
It's just everybody doing it. It's like that lady.
It's the way they market things these days.
Mhm.
It's a totally different world these days.
She's on the Cosby case. Somebody like her.
Mm-hmm.
They all over it.
You need some water?
Stuff, you know?
Yes, please. That'd be. Do you have a sister?
Get in
I
or
have
get
a
left
sister. I
behind.
have
I'm
several.
asking. Oh, okay.
I have like 5
You
of
look.
them.
You look
Yeah.
familiar to me.
Today's the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pastor Wendy J. Turner's my sister. And she's here in the morning. She's
Okay.
on Facebook and Instagram as well. But then I have another sister, Andrea. She's a massage therapist. I have another sister who's a
If you guys do this,
hairstylist.
The best thing to
Okay.
do is
I wouldn't know.
his name?
Yeah,
Cheryl?
I wouldn't know him by. I wouldn't know
What's
him
your
by
last
name,
name?
but just your
Johnson.
face. looks
Okay.
familiar, yeah.
I'm Conrad Johnson's granddaughter.
Oh, that's
That's
what it
what it
is.
is.
That's what it
What you
is.
talking about?
Yeah,
That's exactly
he
what-
would definitely know that.
He was my first sax teacher.
Oh, was he down?
Yeah. When he used to, I don't know if y'all still have that house, but right across from Tia.
442
Yeah. Okay, that's probably where I know you from. Or you know, I've seen you around.
Which one has more?
Okay.
Has more followers?
want something to drink?
This one?
Yeah.
Matt, you guys, you want something to drink?
Yes, please. All right. So,
So how do you do this Facebook Live thing?
I know.
Same
We
time.
we
We're
learning.
gonna put it over here with you. See, it's your phone.
Welcome towel, That's open.
Because you went to.
All right, I got about a minute of it.
Yeah,
thought
and
you
then
did.
you know Pop he knew him,
Mhm.
so he kind of hooked me up with that was like my legit first sax
Sex.
teacher.
It's
Yeah,
on you. Yeah, my
Let's see
granddaddy.
if I can
wow,
catch all three
that's
of them.
awesome.
Yeah. He left a legacy.
Oh yeah.
Scoot over to me.
Man, they're hooking
You
you
got
up.
an iPhone, right?
That's good. They're hooking you up.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. So, we just playing audio of it?
Yeah, I got
Okay,
about,
right.
it's about a minute, 17 seconds of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's that manual track?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Got Sidewalk Sally by it.
Got 60 seconds.
These people go. Talk to your people.
You be moving around. I'm glad you're here.
You ain't have no cars, no. So right here you got, who that is?
50 seconds.
Who's Rudy? Randy.
Randy
Randy.
Robinson.
Tell him, hey.
Hey, Randy.
Your wife is still online too, so we should.
Okay.
Is she adding to the conversation?
Yes.
Yeah,
she's gonna
yeah,
add to the
yeah,
conversation.
for sure.
So 30 seconds. You want to bring her in now? You want to just
Um,
take a look at
we can go ahead and while she is doing that.
You
No, it's done.
You're set.
Jesse?
You're
Hi,
set.
Randy.
I
He's
got
already
it.
there.
Oh, it's good?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's about a minute up there, so you just have to let her know when you want to play.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to be on the app. Can't use the
Okay.
browser.
Okay.
You gotta go through the app.
If my app is,
20 seconds.
I'm
if
ready.
not, we can. I'll do it. Man. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta go through the app.
I'm gonna just record it. Okay. See, that's my business.
So we will be able to talk with
We've never
her.
done
She's
it.
calling in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah,
Yeah,
calling.
she's on.
We're back. This is your girl Amanda Sapp from the Amanda Sapp Show on the new amazing 102.5 FM, your do good station. And y'all, this conversation has been super interesting. We've been talking about socialite. What is it? Sidewalk Sally. We calling her all kind of names. What kind of names we got for her today? What's another name?
Sidewalk socialite.
Sidewalk socialite.
her permit.
Sidewalk.
Permit
Sally,
Patty. I heard
Permit
that
Pat-
one
Oh
too.
yeah, we've heard of that one.
Okay, and the reason we have all these hashtags, these names, and all this kind of stuff is because our guest here today, Isaiah Allen Jr. and his wife, were assaulted in a public park
Yep.
while they were taking photos of their daughter for her birthday.
Yep.
Did not know this lady. She got out of her car and came and attacked y'all.
And
Said, "Get up."
assaulted
And,
him.
the right
Physically.
word, assaulted you guys.
Yep.
So we have your wife on the line as well. So introduce your wife.
This is my wife of 3 years.
What's her name?
Kellen Allen is her
Okay.
name.
Miss Allen. Where's she gone? Miss Allen gone.
She gone?
Yeah, she done left.
She
Okay.
left.
That's okay. All right. So you guys have been talking about the stress that you've had, the
Mhm.
sleepless nights that you've had since this incident on February the 16th. I imagine you are traumatized in some way
Oh yeah.
because of a stranger coming at you while you have your entire family. Did you feel helpless in
I
that
did,
situation?
yeah.
Because as a woman, I'm sure
Yeah.
you didn't want to hit
Right,
back.
right. Yeah, I wouldn't.
And he had every right to hit back. It
For
would have
sure.
been self-defense,
For
actually.
sure.
With the way that she came at him in
Mhm.
such a brutal manner, it would have been self-defense. However, he took the higher road. And he's a teacher. He's a math teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's setting a perfect example of taking the higher road.
So how do you feel? You know how you get in a fight and you wish you would have hit
Right.
back, but you didn't.
Right.
So
No,
how do you feel about that?
I felt that I did everything right the way I should have. I think if I would have hit her, I would have.
This would be a different case.
It would be,
For sure.
and yeah, and I think as soon as you make contact, you're like, man, should I,
Yeah.
kind of let your emotions take over.
But for protecting your family, though, do
Yeah.
you feel like I didn't do enough to protect my family?
No, I don't feel that way.
Okay.
When she did come close to Anya, I did kind of make a barrier between her
Sure.
and Anya,
Sure.
and I felt that was sufficient. 'Cause,
Correct. Yeah.
mhm.
I'm good with that. Are you good with that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he has an obligation to protect his family.
So you know what? If we have actually the audio from that day,
Mm-hmm.
and this is from Socialite Sally, Sidewalk Sally, all the whatever the names you want to give her, the stranger that attacked Isaiah Allen and Jr. and his family. So if you could go ahead and play that for us.
Shame on you. Shame on you.
Now, why don't you go tell them that?
Shame.
Go ahead and tell them that. Go ahead and tell them that.
Shame on you. You brought your dog here to bite my child. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. Did you just say I brought? Yes, you did. Your dog can hurt on my child. You did not even come to take the dog away from my child.
Ma'am, you know that's a lie.
You brought
She just said I brought my dog to bite. No, she's crazy. She is crazy.
You're crazy.
Absolutely crazy.
See?
What was
That's
that?
a
Good.
Here's the bug.
Excuse me, you're invading my private. Look.
That's another hit.
Got it. What's in here?
I'm gonna get the license. Yeah, get the license plate.
Look at what you're doing. Look at what
Look
you're
at what you're doing.
And
Okay.
you have brought these people.
OMG!
Yes.
That's intense.
Yeah,
Isaiah.
it was intense.
Oh my gosh. I felt
Can
that.
you believe
hit.
it?
No.
Yes. That's
Ooh.
terrible. That's terrible.
Did you feel that?
Yes, very much.
That's crazy. So you guys are gonna move forward and do what?
Well,
Attorney Lanease
we
Fuller.
have prepared a lawsuit.
Okay.
We have prepared a lawsuit for assault and for the emotional abuse that was exhibited on my clients.
What do you hope to get out of this?
Well, if she would talk with my clients as a family and as a couple, I mean, just to at least talk to them like they're human beings, because the way that she attacked them like they were animals, and she disrespected them and abused their civil rights and civil liberties, perhaps there may be something that we can, we can
Negotiate.
sit down and
Yeah.
negotiate and talk about. But at the present time, she's apologized to the city of Houston. She's apologized to her family and to her friends and to all of her socialite buddies, but she has not apologized to the family.
Isaiah Allen Jr., what do you want out of this?
I just want people to realize it doesn't matter, your economic means, your social means. I think we should all just live by the same rules, live by the same laws. Just because, this might be the neighborhood you live in doesn't give you the right to, encroach upon our personal space, and hit me or hit anybody. And I just think that also on the receiving end, that you don't always have to, fight fire with fire.
Right.
Absolutely.
I guess that would be the biggest thing as far as a teachable moment.
This is a lot. Okay, so when is the next time you guys go to court? How do people support this movement? What can people do to kind of help push this along in the way that you guys need it to go, so it could be helpful?
Well, if there are people that want to give me a call, they're welcome to contact me as the attorney. My office is located at 4615 Southwest Freeway, Suite 820 here in Houston. And you're welcome to give me a call if they want to provide